Hello everyone. Many people after drinking alcohol believe that they are still sober enough to drive. However, just a moment of losing control due to a mistake can lead to a terrible accident. Traffic accidents caused by alcohol often have severe consequences, with a high rate of injuries and fatalities. For those who cause accidents, they must face legal consequences, ranging from fines and license revocation to imprisonment. In addition, they bear moral and social responsibility, experiencing deep guilt and regret, sometimes lasting a lifetime.
When I threatened to take my son to Mrs. Pelt.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
For those who think I am exaggerating, please see the list below of tragic events and the desperate reactions of drunk drivers when sentenced to life in prison. Amber Perera, born in 1986. A woman from Tampa, Florida, was arrested for causing a horrific accident in August 2017. Known for a complicated personal life, including a history of alcohol addiction and drug use, Perera made a fatal decision to drive while intoxicated and under the influence of stimulants. Starting from what seemed like a normal afternoon, Perera drove her car on the Selman Expressway in Tampa. The tragedy occurred when Perera lost control and crashed directly into another vehicle. The powerful collision led to a series of serious accidents, resulting in the deaths of 3 family members. Louise and Rita Filipak, along with their 8-year-old daughter, Georgia, were the victims in this tragic incident. In a state of panic, Perera attempted to flee the scene. Her car veered onto the median strip, but she regained control and continued driving, stopping about 2 miles later when a tire came off her vehicle. When the police arrived, they found Perera in an intoxicated state with signs of drug use. Subsequent tests confirmed these suspicions. Amber Perera was later charged with several serious offenses, including driving under the influence causing an accident and fleeing the scene. At the trial, Perera was sentenced to 50 years in prison after initially claiming that a seizure had caused the accident. However, based on numerous pieces of substantial evidence, the court concluded that she had lied, and the sentence was deemed appropriate. She bowed her head on the table and wept after the sentence was pronounced. Before being taken away by the police, Perera turned to look at her family for the last time. Throughout her sentencing, Amber Perera made several bail requests, all of which were denied. Many controversies state that Perera did not cry when hearing about the suffering of the victims, but she cried upon hearing her own sentence. Olivia Caroolee Culbreath, 21 years old, had previously been arrested for driving under the influence leading to a collision. She was warned by the court about the dangers of drunk driving and cautioned that such behavior in the future could lead to manslaughter charges. These warnings indeed became a reality. In February 2014, Olivia Culbreath caused a high-speed collision while driving the wrong way at speeds over 100 miles per hour. She crashed her red Chevrolet Camaro head-on into a 1998 Explorer, causing a chain reaction crash. Olivia survived, but 2 passengers in her car, her sister Maya Louise Culbreath and Kristen Melissa Young, died in the accident. All 4 members of a Huntington Park family, spanning 3 generations in the Ford Explorer, also did not survive. Some officers from the California Highway Patrol said that this was one of the worst collisions they had ever witnessed. Olivia was listed in critical condition with a broken femur and a shattered bladder. She was arrested on suspicion of felony DUI and vehicular manslaughter after the accident. Investigation showed that Olivia's blood alcohol concentration was measured at 0.15%, about 3 hours after the accident. At the trial, amidst the sorrow of the victims' families, Olivia cried while making her statement in court during sentencing. She prayed to God every day for comfort for those hurt by this incident. Olivia fully admitted her guilt and said she would punish herself for the rest of her life. Ultimately, Olivia broke down and sobbed upon receiving a 30-year prison sentence. Jorge Solis, 20 years old at the time of the incident, faced serious legal consequences for his actions in a devastating drunk driving accident. On Father's Day 2015, Solis, while driving under the influence and on the wrong side of I-75, collided head-on with a car carrying a family traveling to Florida. This horrific accident resulted in the deaths of 3 people: Hallie Young, 7 years old, Cabrin Osborne, 8 years old, and Michael Furlow, 49 years old. Additionally, 3-year-old Clayton Flood was paralyzed, and 49-year-old Michael Osborne sustained serious injuries. Solis, who was already on probation for a previous DUI conviction, had a blood alcohol content of 0.125, significantly above the legal limit. When police arrived, they found him unconscious, leaning against the highway median. The family members of the victims, including the mother of the 2 children, were unable to restrain their emotions during the trial. Due to this tragic incident, Jorge Solis was sentenced to 75 years in prison, with a minimum of 50 years. He pleaded guilty to multiple charges, including 6 counts of first-degree vehicular homicide, driving under the influence under the age of 21, minor in possession of alcohol, and other related offenses. Charlessia Pelt, a 28-year-old woman from Detroit, experienced a horrific and heartbreaking tragedy in August of last year. While intoxicated, she drove and caused a severe accident that resulted in the death of her 3-year-old son, Michael Jones. The accident occurred at the intersection of 7 Mile and Hayes in Detroit, where Charlessia ran a red light and collided with another car. In the collision, Michael Jones was not properly secured in a child car seat and was ejected from the vehicle, later being run over by a small truck. The boy was taken to the hospital but did not survive. While 2 other children in Charlessia's car, an 8-year-old and an infant, were fortunately unharmed, the loss of Michael was overwhelmingly significant. The boy's father shared the unimaginable pain of seeing his son lying motionless with tire marks on his body.
When I threatened to take my son from Mrs. Pelt.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
At the sentencing hearing, Charlessia expressed deep remorse and apologized to the family. She admitted her guilt, including charges of driving under the influence resulting in death and child abuse. She cried and expressed her agony over her actions and the pain she had caused her family. Judge James Chilinsky ruled that Charlessia would face a 15-year prison sentence. During the sentencing, the judge pointed out that at the time of the accident, Charlessia had a significant blood alcohol level, ranging from 0.20 to 0.24, and was driving with children not properly secured. After more than a decade in prison, Charlessia might be freed, but she will forever be imprisoned in a cage of her own thoughts about what she did to her young son. Tanner Dashner, 21 years old from Fort Pierce, was involved in a tragic and heartbreaking traffic accident on November 23, 2018. He was driving his SUV at a dizzying speed, estimated to be 97 miles per hour in a 30 miles per hour zone. Fate led him into a series of tragic events, as his vehicle collided with a 2002 Dodge Dakota and then a 2003 BMW on Midway Road. The powerful collision led to an unthinkable tragedy. The Dodge caught fire after the impact, claiming the lives of Cadan Tillett, 27 years old, along with 4 young passengers: Alexis Cheney, 17 years old, Anthony Victor, 21 years old, Anthony Martin, 16 years old, and Darian Douglas, 21 years old. Another person, 14-year-old Arionia Stanberry, was fortunate to survive after being rescued from the burning vehicle. The aftermath of this accident thrust Dashner into the center of a legal case. He was charged with vehicular manslaughter and DUI manslaughter, with a blood alcohol level of 0.74%, 3 times over the legal limit. Throughout the trial, Tanner's father, Bradley Dashner, expressed deep remorse and hoped that the families of the victims could forgive his son and himself. Tanner's life before causing this accident was described as normal and without any serious issues. He was known as a talented saxophonist, had no disciplinary problems at school, and was raised in a family free of violence or abuse. Court moments. Psychologists presented various diagnoses regarding Tanner's condition, ranging from traumatic brain injury, Asperger's syndrome, to marijuana and alcohol use disorder. However, no clear evidence was presented to directly link these diagnoses to his behavior on the night of the accident. Tanner was later sentenced to 72 years in prison, paying the price for his horrific mistake. Yet, those who were lost cannot be brought back, and the pain remains. If you want to express your feelings about this video or have personal stories to share, please let us know by leaving your comments or experiences below. Don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe to our channel to stay updated with our latest videos. Goodbye and see you again. Thank you.